Hello. My name is Amy and I will be one of the presenters for this course.
I am Joy, and I will be co-presenting the course with Amy. EduPack Enterprise Edition. General Toolbar Module.
This presentation will cover the functionality of the General Toolbar, which is available throughout the system.
The functionality, provided by the toolbar, includes the following.
Online help.
The online help is accessed by left-clicking on the Help button.
When this is done, a new page will be opened and the online help file will be displayed.
Adding new records.
Records are added by left-clicking on the Add button.
When this is done, a new page will be opened, where new records can be added.
For this particular example, the Add New Conduct Level page is displayed.
The details for the new conduct level can now be captured. The transaction can be cancelled by selecting the Cancel button.
The new conduct record is saved by selecting the Save button. Should the user have selected the Save option, the Add New Conduct Level page will be closed, and the Conduct Level List page will be displayed.
The newly added conduct level record will now be displayed in the list. Removing records.
The user must firstly select a record, or multiple records, which must be removed from the list.
This is done by left-clicking on the checkbox to the left of the record, which should be removed. When this is done, a check mark will be displayed.
When the records have been selected, they are removed from the list by left-clicking the Remove button.
When this is done, the system will prompt the user to confirm the removal of the records.
The remove action can be cancelled by left-clicking on the Cancel button.
Should the user want to proceed to delete the records, left-click the OK button.
The records will be removed from the display list.
Records are not deleted from the system. The statuses of the records that are removed are set to inactive.
The deleted records can in all instances be restored.
Restoring deleted records.
To restore deleted records, left-click the Show Deleted Records button.
When this is done, the page will be updated and the list of records that have been deleted will be displayed.
The Show Deleted Records check mark will be checked, indicating that this is the list of records which was deleted from the system.
The Remove button will be replaced by a Restore button.
Select a record, or multiple records which must be restored from the list.
This is done by left-clicking on the checkbox to the left of the record which must be restored.
When this is done, a check mark will be displayed.
The selected records are restored by left-clicking the Restore button.
The list of active records is displayed by left-clicking the Show Deleted Records button.
When this is done, the list of active records is displayed including the records that were restored. Grouping panel.
The grouping panel is by default displayed when a list page is opened.
The group panel is used to create record groupings.
To hide the group panel, left-click the Show Group Panel button.
When this is done, the group panel will not be visible.
To display the group panel, left-click the Show Group Panel button.
The student profile list is used for this example.
A grouping of students per grade, per class, will be created as an example.
First, the grade will be added to the grouping panel.
This is done by left-clicking on the grade column header and holding down the mouse button. While holding down the left mouse button, drag the grade column header to the grouping panel.
There are two white arrows, indicating a valid position where the column header can be dragged to. Let go of the mouse button. The grade is added to the grouping field.
When this is done, the grade column header is displayed in the grouping panel.
The students in the list are now grouped per grade.
The class is added to the grouping panel by dragging and dropping the field on the grouping panel.
When the user left-clicks on the expansion button to the left of the grade in the list, it can be seen that the students are now grouped by grade, and then by class. Filter panel.
The filter panel is by default displayed when a list page is opened.
The filter panel is used to filter records in the display list.
To hide the filter panel, left-click the Show Filter Panel button.
When this is done, the filter panel will be hidden.
To display the filter panel, left-click the Show Filter Panel button.
For this example, the educator needs to display the information of the demo student.
Left-click on the preferred name filter box.
Type in the preferred student name.
When this is done, the demo student's record will be displayed.
Combinations of filters can be added to filter records. For this example, a combination of a grade and class filter will be added.
The grade filter is added by left-clicking on the drop-down grade filter box.
A list of available grades will be displayed.
Select a grade by left-clicking on the grade in the list.
For this example, grade 2 is selected.
When this is done, the list will display all students that are in grade 2.
Repeat the same procedure to select a class.
When this is done, the list will display all students that are in grade 2, class 2C.
The data filters that were set up can be cleared.
This is done by left-clicking the Clear Filter button.
When this is done, all filters will be removed, and the list of all active students' information will be displayed. Views.
The column headers that are displayed on the current page is called the current view.
When a page is opened for the first time, the default view is displayed.
The default view cannot be changed.
The view is locked.
This is also indicated by the lock which is displayed.
Creating a customized view.
For this example, a view will be created for grade 2, class 2B. The sports house will be added as a new column header.
The admission number will be removed, and the students will be grouped by gender.
Firstly, a new view must be created.
For this example, the view will be named Grade 2 Class List.
Left-click the Create View button.
Enter the new name for the view, Grade 2 Class List.
Save the new view by left-clicking on the OK button.
When the view is saved, the name of the view is displayed.
The additional Sports House column header will be added first.
Left-click the Field Chooser button.
When this is done, a list of all available fields will be displayed.
Scroll through the list and find the Sports House field.
Select the Sports House field by left-clicking on it in the list. Hold down the mouse button.
The Sports House field will be placed between the birth date and the admission number.
Drag the Sports House field to the column header bar.
When this is done, 2 white arrows will be displayed when the field is moved over the column headers. These white arrows indicate a valid position where the field can be dropped. When the position between the birth date and the admission number is reached, Drop the field in the column header bar, by letting go of the mouse button.
The Sports House field is now displayed in the column header bar.
The admission number column header is removed from the column header bar, by left-clicking on the admission number header, and holding down the mouse button.
Drag the admission number column header to the Field Chooser panel.
Let go of the mouse button. The admission number field is now available in the Field Chooser panel.
When this is done, the admission number column header will be removed, and will now be available in the Field Chooser panel.
Close the Field Chooser panel, by left-clicking on the Close button.
The filters are added next.
Left-click the Grade Filter drop-down list box.
Select Grade 2 by left-clicking on Grade 2 in the list.
When this is done, a list of all students in Grade 2 will be displayed.
Left-click the Class Filter drop-down list box.
Select Class 2B, by left-clicking on it in the list.
When this is done, a list of all students in Grade 2, Class 2B will be displayed.
Next, the gender group will be added.
Left-click the gender column header, and hold down the mouse button.
Drag the gender column header to the grouping panel.
Let go of the mouse button to drop the gender column header on the grouping panel. The students will now be grouped by gender.
The class list setup has now been completed.
Query Designer.
The Query Designer is displayed as soon as the user makes changes to the current view.
The Query Designer can be removed by left-clicking on the Clear option.
The user-designed query is activated by left-clicking on the checkbox to the left of the query.
When this is done, a check mark will be displayed indicating that the query is active. The records which are displayed according to the conditions in the query.
The user can customize the query. This is done by left-clicking on the query.
When this is done, the Query Builder page will be displayed.
The Query Builder consists of two parts, namely logical operators, and conditions for the logical operators.
The first logical operator for the first group of the query is the AND operator.
The AND operator can be changed by left-clicking on the AND.
When this is done, a list of possible options is displayed.
Additional logical operators can be added by left-clicking on the Add Group menu option.
Additional conditions can be added by left-clicking on the Add Condition menu option.
The first variable that must be selected is a field name.
This is done by left-clicking on the field name.
When this is done, all the fields that are displayed in the column header, as well as the fields that are available in the Field Chooser panel, are displayed.
The user can now select one of these fields by left-clicking on it in the list.
The second variable that must be selected is the operator.
When the user left-clicks on the equals operator, a list of possible operators is displayed.
The third variable that must be entered is a value for the condition.
Any condition can be deleted from the query by left-clicking on the Remove Condition button.
When the user has completed the query changes, the query is saved by left-clicking on the OK button.
Ensure that the view is saved after every change that is made to the view.
The changes to the view is saved by left-clicking the Save View button.
Take note that when a page is opened, the last view which was used will be displayed.
When a user has created a view, it is by default set not to be shareable. The view is thus locked.
This implies the view is only visible to the user that created the view.
The user can share the view with other users.
This is done by left-clicking on the Share button.
When this is done, the lock icon will be replaced with the share icon.
When a user shares a view, the view will become visible to other system users.
When a different user left-clicks on the view drop-down list box, the shared view will be available in the list of views.
The view name is followed by the view creator's username.
In this case, it can be seen that the creator of the view was the demo user.
The shared view cannot be changed by other system users, as they are not the creators of the view.
Should the user want to make use of the view, and add additional functionality to the view, it can be done by saving the shared view as a new view.
For this example, the new view that is created will be named Copy Demo Grade 2 Class List.
Left-click the Create View button.
Enter the name for the new view.
Save the new view by left-clicking on the OK button.
When the new view is saved, the name of the view is displayed.
The user can now make changes to the view, and save the changes.
A view is deleted by left-clicking the Delete View button.
The user will be prompted by the system to confirm the delete view action.
When this is done, the system default view will be displayed.
The current selected view will be deleted from the system. Exporting and printing of information.
The exporting and printing options make use of the column headers in the current view to create the export files for manipulation and printing.
The export options are accessed by selecting the exporting button.
There are 5 different format exporting options available. The options are PDF. When this option is selected, a PDF document is created.
Excel. When this option is selected, an Excel document is created. The user can use this option to manipulate data and to do counts, etc.
Rich text. When this option is selected, a rich text document is created.
CSV. When this option is selected, a comma-separated value file is created. When one of these options is selected, the information is exported and is not formatted per page. Should the user want to format the structure of the report option should be selected.
The user now has the following available options.
Choose the page layout to be either landscape or portrait. The column headers can be repeated per page.
The report attempts to keep all data in the same group, on the same page.
The report will create a new page after every group.
For this example, the Grade 2 class list, grouped by gender view, that was created will be used to generate a PDF report and an Excel file.
A PDF report will be created first.
Left-click the Export to PDF menu option.
The report can now be opened, or be saved to file.
For this example, the report will be opened.
The Excel file is generated by left-clicking the Export to Excel menu option.
The Excel file can now be opened, or be saved to file.
For this example, the file will be opened.
The data can now be manipulated to create different reports.
As was demonstrated, the exporting and printing options can be used to create customized reports, including sorting, counts, etc.
I hope that the information that was shared with you will assist you with your daily tasks.
This concludes the presentation on the use of the General Toolbar. Thank you for your time.